topic with him starts soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, me and Mase are here to talk to you about the big move there by Kylian Mpabbe. He has decided to stay at PSG instead of going to Real Madrid, where he has been rumored to go for the past 2 years. So with that in mind, Mase, how do you feel about PSG's chances in the future, and how do you feel about Mpabbe making this move just in general to stay with PSG when it had been rumored that he was going to Real Madrid for about really like 2 years?
I don't think their position as a team changes at all. At this point, PSG is what PSG is. Guys just kind of go there to get a payday because their owner seems to have unlimited pockets. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. They can pay you whatever they need to. They can accommodate you however you need to stay. I mean, the reports are out that Mpabbe, he suggested that they get a new sporting director because they didn't like their current one, and it seems that he's gotten his wishes as a part of his contingency to stay. And it also seems like they're going to be getting a new manager as well. So, I mean, they've done everything humanly possible to get this young man to stay. And him staying at PSG does not give me any hope that PSG is going to win Champions League anytime soon. He literally just stayed because they stroked his ego more than Real Madrid did.
So if I'm being honest here, I think it was foolish on his part to not go to Real Madrid. They could, at Madrid, we know, plain out and simple, they won't tolerate you not performing in Champions League. They'll send your ass packing quick, right? They'll bring in somebody else because somebody else always wants to come play your position at Real Madrid. So I think it was a foolish decision. Me as a Barcelona fan, super happy he's staying his ass in the French league. I did not want to have to deal with Vizcaínas Jr. and fucking Mpabbe up front for years. Those two are both lightning fast, so that would have been a nightmare for any defenses they had to go up against. So I'm happy that he's staying there. But if we're talking about the overall judgment of whether I felt it was the right choice, no, he should have went to Real Madrid. PSG is exactly like May said. They are PSG. They are not getting over that hump, and nothing is going to do it for them. If this year having Ramos, Neymar, Messi, Di Maria, who have all won Champions League on your team, playing key roles in your team, did not result in you winning, and you went out in spectacular fashion in the way that they did to Real Madrid, yeah, man, you gotta look at it and say this team's never going to get over the hump. There is a part of me, though, Mase, that thinks that Mpabbe looked at how people viewed Kevin Durant, and he was kind of like, y'all ain't about to shit on my legacy like that.
So, but I mean, at the same time, he's only 23. Mm-hmm. So to say that team, that people will view him in a negative fashion because he goes to Real Madrid instead of staying at PSG, you would then have to say that he's that type of person because he left Monaco to go to PSG. So I mean, him with his age and probably going to Real Madrid and carving out a spectacular career there as what I thought he would have. I don't think that his legacy would be in doubt at all, but staying at PSG and constantly losing in the biggest games that they need to win, I think is a huge negative on his. I mean, you look at Neymar and his time at PSG. Production-wise, really hasn't fell off from what he did at Barcelona, but I mean, he's not winning anything anymore. So, I mean, at one point we were talking about Neymar as overtaking Messi and Ronaldo as being the best player, and then he went to PSG, and now he's just really good. He doesn't do anything. So he doesn't put his team over the hump. So, I mean, you go to PSG, like I said, you get a payday. You probably get whatever accommodations you want. And that's about it. You have 1 or 2 hard games a year in your league. That's just because you have a rivalry in Monaco, who somehow kind of always tend to be decent. And if you have a bad game against them, they'll probably win. But other than that, man, you're just chilling.
Yeah. their relationship is that PSG Monaco relationship is very similar to the Bayern Borussia Dortmund relationship. So we will see what ends up coming here. But I think full judgment there. Me and Mase both believe that it was a mistake for Mpabbe to stay there at PSG, but we will see how this ends up playing out, especially with next season going to be such a weird season.
And also, next season is the last season that Messi is effectively going to be playing European football. I mean, the reports are already out that
his agent came and slowed that down, though. So okay. His agent came out and said, "Whoa, calm down. Not quite yet."
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see how it all ends up shaking out for PSG. I just don't think that this is the right move for Kylian Mpabbe. Is it the right move for PSG? Yes, because you keep one of the youngest superstars in the world, a guy who still has room to get better. You keep him on your team. Does it work out long term? That'll only be determined by some of the moves that they have to make now. In the
like I said, man, we've talked about Kylian Mbappe since he was a 17-year-old kid, and he's only 23, and you can't name me 7 players better than him in the world. And I mean, you could probably barely name me 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of hard pressed to keep him out of anybody's top 5 when you start talking about who is great in soccer at this point in time. So I mean, it's PSG, I have to applaud them for doing what they needed to do to keep him. Mbappe, as if you want to talk about your career accolades, I think you made a mistake in staying at PSG besides Real Madrid, because we know Madrid is going to bring in the pedigree of player who is poised to win big games. While it seems like PSG keeps bringing in people, like I said, that are either past their prime of how they affect the games, or people who are simply looking for paydays. I mean, it's just as simple as that.
Yep, we'll see how it all plays out. But thank you for coming in with us on YouTube here, people. We appreciate you. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the page, and hit that bell for that notifications for when we post new content.